Thank you, Vivikta. Thank you so much. That was a short and sweet presentation and contentful presentation. Thank you so much. Now, let us know more about it by brainstorming them. Yeah, let's start our questions.
So one of the things you might want to consider, okay, there is this, in Rajendra Nagar, there is a rural, what is it called? Do you guys know the name which I'm talking about?
National Rural Development something.
Yeah, NIRD.
NIRD.
Rural Development. Okay. So what you need to, you should start, this is all again, a mindset, right? So we are so used to saying, I want to have a house. And your house is already defined in your head a particular way because of your subconscious, because of what you have seen in your life. So, this is something we are considering, me and Sunita. We are considering, that we want to build a house we want to come to India at least a couple of months a year or something like that. So we want to have a house in a village, which we are hoping we'll be able to choose someday. And then we want to build a house there. And I looked at the NIRD and I saw several houses, amazing houses, which can be built with local, technology and using, local means to keep the temperature, so that way it doesn't go high or low. Regulate, yeah. So you can regulate the temperature just by a structure and the type of materials you use for these. So this can be done. So I was telling my in-laws who were building a house in their hometown because they were getting older and they wanted to go back to their village. And I told them to do this. And they're like, no, that's not the way you do. This is how. And so they did the traditional way. Their brain is not even willing to consider other options. So you have to be the drivers for that. Suppose, say, you see someone trying to use a paint in your neighborhood. You should find out where this paint is available, and you can go and say, hey, you know what, maybe you might want to try this. And if you give them exactly where the paint is available and what cost and everything, who knows, they might consider. And, if you are planning to paint your own home, go and get it. Get it and start painting. Because you can paint out the outside walls and the inside the house, you can do it yourself, right? We did it many times. Anytime we are moving or something happen, whenever one of our renters move, we go and do all the painting ourselves. It's not too hard. So you can do that. So if you start implementing these ideas in your personal life, then other people will start seeing it and they will start implementing it. And if you start doing it, think about how much you're going to help the environment. So I really hope, you will not only, you guys gave a great presentation and you did the research work, and it was like Apurva said, it was short and sweet. Now I hope you'll also market it, enthusiastically telling other people how great, how it would be beneficial for the, in whatever way you want to say it. But I hope you will do it more.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivikta and Tharun.
Who is going to question our top speakers first?
Yeah, I have a question. First of all, it's a great presentation, simple and sweet. I loved it. And also my question is that how was your teamwork and how did you balance your time while doing this research?
Thank you so much, Kushla. So coming to teamwork, first I started the paper. Then it was Tharun who has motivated me to complete the paper in just one day. Literally, we have completed the paper. The first draft, we have completed that in one day. And we have submitted it to sir before he woke up, like in the evening, before he woke up. That was really amazing. And thank you to Tharun. He motivated me to just do that in a day. After that, the second draft took one more day because we had to change some processes and we added the pros and cons in it. So I would also like Tarun to answer this question.
Thank you, Kusha. And Vivikta also very nice girl. I suppose she is good at writing too. And I want nothing. And I'm not getting any words right now.
So,
Any more?
Hello, Vivikta and Tharun.
Hi, Supraja.
Hi, Supraja.
My question is, what interesting points did you learn throughout your research process?
Quick learning. In word, quick learning. And also, we know about the greatness of a cow. Once again. And I'm going to educate my elder brother, being a farmer. I will suggest him to buy cows.
Okay, so to answer your question, I just forgot to say one sentence in the presentation. I'm really sorry for that, but I'll say it here. So the sentence, or maybe rather a question was, those animals which cannot speak or express their feelings are doing so much, indirectly only. They are doing so much for us and our nature, then why aren't we doing it? I mean, we learned that through this review paper.
Yes.
Indirectly, they are doing many things, right? So,
Question to Shivani Akka from Triveni Akka. How can you write powerful sentences like this? Shivani Akka.
Yeah, that is what I told. I write it simple. It is readers and listeners like you who feel it powerful.
And
As usual, they are powerful again. Thank you, Triveni.
Vivikta and Tharun, is there, this Khadi Institute in Hyderabad, and are they doing any of these classes?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
awesome.
They are planning to establish 500 units in next month, 6 months, sir.
And one of those units could be in Hyderabad?
Maybe.
Is it? Okay.
If anyone depends on entrepreneurs, sir. If he is from Hyderabad, then, and also availability of raw material like cow dung.
There is
But
actually.
yeah, sir. As Tarun said, availability of cow dung is one problem, and then again, consistency comes into the matter. Every cow dung is not of same consistency every time, right? So it depends again. We need to first look into that.
One of you, can you talk about this to Varshini? Vivikta and Tharun have a conversation with Varshini, because Art of Living Center has a huge Goshala.
Mm-hmm.
So when you explain this whole thing to them, they will take it to the Goshala, and they'll see what can be done.
Sure, sir.
from Vinayanna. Can we know more about 1 week journey of the team?
It is 1 day journey, I think. But we learned a lot.
We enjoyed a lot, in fact.
Yeah. We separated our works. Vivikta, you supposed to do this work, and I supposed to do.
So we distributed our works. All the sources which we used in the paper were given by Tharun, and I have done the written part. So.
Yeah, what you have gathered so much information in just a day, I guess, before writing pros and cons and all. Like, what made you feel confident about it? Like doing it in 1 day.
As I told you, it was Tarun's motivation. He is like, if we think of 1 week, then we won't be able to complete in a week. If we think of 1 day, we'll complete in 2-3 days. It's fine. So that thing motivated me.
Do you see how, when I first asked someone to do I asked, and Apurva and Hafsa said they are going to do the research paper. And, I gave them a week to do it. Some of the alumni thought it's never going to happen in a week. And so you did it in a week. And now Vivikta and Tharun said, why 1 week? We'll do it in 1 day. See, most of the time when we have 1 week, we probably won't do it for first 2 or 3 days. Barely we'll do it. Then we'll start doing it on the 4th day a little bit. And then we'll do most of our work, probably 30, 40, 50% of the work on the last day.
Yes, sir.
So this is what both my children did actually. Whenever they got homework, and if it says 7 days, you have to get it done. Usually the college homeworks are here in US at least. It's like 1 week, 2 weeks, they'll give you, and a project is like, they just do it in the first day. They'll try to do it as quickly as possible. They'll say, anyway, we have to do this. Let us get it done. And I will say, oh my God, you are getting it done. Can you submit it immediately? Or do you wait for 1 week? And sometimes the teachers allows you to submit it the same day, next day. Sometimes the teacher will say, no, you have to wait until 1 week. I said, if it is 1 week, are you going to keep on thinking about this homework? Did I do it right? Can I make it better? This and that. And both of my children said, no. Once we are done, we are done. We don't really look at it anymore. So it's done. Otherwise, if we are going to think about it, it's better to do it at the last minute. So once you understand how your brain works, it actually helps you to be more efficient. So I'm really glad Vivikta and Tharun set a new benchmark for everyone now. Now everyone is like, if they say, no, it takes me 2 weeks, and then they'll find it really difficult to say, I will do it in 2 weeks. They probably will say, can we do it in 2 days? Can we do it in 3 days? So good, very good. You set a new benchmark for us. Thank you.
And by the way, we were 40 minutes late. Sir. We submitted it 40 minutes late. Out of time, yeah. They did it in 1 day, 6 days before the deadline. So proud of them.
Thank you.
Sir, one of the advantages was NERA conference, sir. It was there in a week. So we had to complete it before we start preparation for that. So
I want a couple of you to tell about what you felt about Shivani's presentation.
Powerful.
That only comes out of our mouth every time.
I mean, if there's any other word for powerful which is more powerful, then that is
yeah, that is fine.
It is very powerful. I know, sir, whatever every word, every sentence that she spoke are true actually. The same things happened in my case also, whatever she spoke. Thank you, Triveni. And she's our motivation to make gratitude cards and post them to our alumni friends and others.
There will be no one who did not receive cards from Shivani Akka. Everyone gets and more frequently. Everyone gets.
I am so happy to. Yeah, thank you, Vivikta. I'm so happy to listen to Shivani's presentation. My buddy, as always, she lost. Yeah. The presentation was awesome. The way it was so, what can I say? Like it is so involving. Like the questions made me really think of what she is going to tell about them, how she is going to relate them. Allah. The presentation was very well made, and regarding the gratitude cards, she is my motivation too to send the gratitude cards. And during NERA conference, just after my talk is over, I received a card. That amazed me. That was so wonderful. she was actually making 3 gratitude cards before we present. Wow. Wonderful, Shivani.
Yes, and I received same thing from Shivani.
Yeah. Super. Amazing.
అది ఎవరికి రాలేదో చెప్పండి.
అందరికీ వచ్చింది.
After the presentation is over. Yeah. Swapna, you raised your hand.
Hi Vivikta and Tharun. I would like to ask you, how would you inspire others to take interest in this topic?
The question, I mean, that was the answer to Suprata's question, but then it was also a question to everyone. So I think that explains everything. When someone else is doing, why not we? I mean, I guess that's the basic thing or basic thought which we should get it.
Anna, you raised your hand.
Yes, Apurva. I want to just express something on the presentation of Shivani Akka's presentation. Akka, you really made a beautiful presentation today. I am not saying about the presentation of and just sir, you know or no, don't know. We are collecting gratitude cards. We have an album. In that album, I used to see all the gratitude cards which have been made by Shivani Akka. Then I didn't express till now, but I only get one feel every time I see all the gratitude cards which are made by Shivani Akka. She, no matter, she definitely lead a happy life wherever she live, and no matter she will going to earn a good amount of source of income. This is how I feel, and she really inspires everyone and inspires me too. Yes, Akka. Thank you,
Chandan.
Akka, like for Shivani Akka, actually, like she's full of positive vibes, and she always makes me happy with her beautiful talk and smile. She really inspires me. Like one day I got a card from Shivani Akka, and I really like that I think in the morning time. So I really felt happy, and I thought like why should I not make others happy by doing like Shivani Akka. So I started making cards, and I can say Shivani Akka is one of my inspiration to make gratitude cards. Thank you so much, Akka.
Thank you, Nivik.
Exactly, this is what happened with me also. One day in the morning when I woke up, I just saw Shivani Akka's card, and I was very happy to see it, and I was inspired very much, and now I am doing cards for everyone. Thank you, Akka.
Thank you, Sophie.
You know, did you see what Shivani said in her presentation about how specific you have to be about your goals? And so it is as simple as that, right? Being specific and telling yourself, this is what I want. And then automatically you will start changing your habits and your actions will change. You just have to be patient with yourself. You just have to like really, so it is that simple to live your life, but we somehow make it so complicated, right? We'll be saying, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get a job. I mean, by saying that, how are you going to get a job? But instead, if you get up in the morning and visualize a job, visualize a really, really good job that you want, and you imagine walking into that job, imagine talking with people in that job, don't you think that is going to make it happen? And think about how easy it is. How much money do you need to make that happen? So it is that simple. So the universe has given us that simple technique, but somehow during our huge learning process, all the way to become engineers, we have forgotten that process and we have made it super complicated. So, I hope you use this process all through life. Yes?
Yes, sir.
First of all, like Nivedita said, Shivani Akka is always full of positive vibes. And whenever, like at least even when I'm chatting, she gives off that positive vibes and I feel good whenever I chat with Akka. And the presentation that Akka shown was really amazing. The way she told everything and really amazing. I loved it a lot. Thank you, Akka, for always being positive and for always doing gratitude.
Thank you, Kushala, for your lovely words.
Vivikta and Tharun, would you like to show your research paper?
Yeah. 1 minute.
What surprised you the most about this topic?
Can you repeat?
What surprised you the most about this topic?
Surprise. Okay. Learning about cow dung, importance of cow dung and the advantages of cow dung. I didn't knew this before. I mean, we have heard many things about cow dung, like it's good for health, it's good for this, it's good for that, but they weren't really specific. And when we learned about this, and this was usually by our parents mostly and grandparents, it was never taught in our school also. So yeah, so Tharun, can you also answer?
I know it is useful to make Panchagavya, but later I know about the Vedic paint which used cow dung. I am very happy to know about all this about Vedic paint, and I am happy to that India product is going to lead in upcoming days. Make in India. Don't buy Chinese products, okay na? And my phone is in Indian product. That's why I'm saying we should not encourage other countries.
Okay, so this is our paper.
To add something interesting about cows actually. There is a cross. It's a pure Indian breed. Desi Avulu, Sati Avulu, and there is no use with that crossbreed. Even the milk is also not good. And it's like pure Indian ఆవు. డిఫరెన్స్ ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది అంటే ఆవుకి పైన ఇలా ఒకటి ఉంటుంది అది ఉంటే దట్స్ ప్యూర్ ఇండియన్ బ్రీడ్. ఇఫ్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దట్ దెన్ ఇట్స్ నాట్. అండ్ వీ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఇన్ ఆవు మెడ దగ్గర దట్ ఉంటుంది కదా, ఐ డోంట్ నో వాట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్, బట్ అలా ఉంటే దెన్ అది ఇంకా హంప్ ఉంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్యూర్ ఇండియన్ బ్రీడ్ అండ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఆల్ ద మెడిసినల్ వాల్యూస్. ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ పార్ట్, లైక్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ వెరీ 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 మెడిసినల్. అంటే ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఈ పిడక ఉంటుంది కదా, ఆ ఆవు పిడకను కాల్సిన ఏదైనా కాలుస్తే దెర్ విల్ బి సమ్ టాక్సిక్ గ్యాసెస్, అట్లీస్ట్ కొంచెమైనా టాక్సిక్ గ్యాసెస్ అట్లా వస్తాయని ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ ద థింగ్ విత్ దట్ పిడక. ఆ పిడకను కాలుస్తే కూడా ఇట్ రిలీజెస్ ఆక్సిజన్. అండ్ వన్ మోర్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ థింగ్ ఈస్ ఇట్ cow exhales oxygen, inhales oxygen, and it exhales more than 50% of the oxygen. And there are many interesting things about cow actually. And cow అంటే అన్ని కవ్స్ కాదు, బయట దొరికే కౌ మిల్క్ అంత గుడ్ అని అనుకోదు. ఇట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ దట్ ప్యూర్ ఇండియన్ బ్రీడ్.
అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్ సార్, ఇట్లా విలేజెస్ లో కౌస్ ని పెంచుకుంటారు కదా, దట్ వాళ్ళకంట లైక్ దే హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ సూపర్ పవర్స్ అంట. లైక్ కౌస్ వాళ్ళు అక్కడ పాలు పిండడానికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు దే కెన్ సెన్స్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిసీజెస్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఫిజికలీ. అండ్ అవి like when they go for eating grass, they eat that type of medicinal అంటే ఆ ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఉన్న వాటిని తిని వస్తాయట. సో that milk or that aura it creates will decrease the problem or deficiency we have.
Yes, Vivikta.
See, these are all on the WhatsApp and other groups kada. So these are all things which we need to verify. And Are they really happening? What kind of milk? When suppose you go to, are they actually going and getting this milk checked to see what kind of mm, changes, what are the new, you know, proteins or whatever that get created. So think about doing that. Is, whenever you get a chance, try to see whether you can put together a review paper like what you guys just did. And all of these review papers, if you put it on your web page, again, this is going to help you with your going to, if you are going to US, going somewhere. The professors will be very excited. Wow, look at these young people. They're reviewing, they're checking, they're questioning. So simple things add a lot of value to your future.
Shall I explain the paper? So this is about benefits of using cow dung paints. The researchers are we, Vivikta and Tharun. Then first is abstract. Here we have written about the basic process of paints and also about VOC. VOC means volatile organic compounds. So whenever a painter or maybe a newly painted walls, whenever we be in that room, we usually tend to inhale those gases which are not good for our lungs. It may give us eye irritation, headaches, etc. In a long run, it also damages our nervous system, kidney, liver, all this. Then comes introduction. So we have introduced here about cow dungs and about the step which government has taken. Evolution. Here we have explained how cow dung was used before and now, how cow dung was before, not only in India but also in other countries. Here there's a research finding that recent research findings from independent groups of University of Bristol and Sage College in Torrey, New York, shows that trash to be superb mood enhancing agent. Cow dung contains the bacteria Mycobacterium vaccae, which activates a gaggle of neurons within the brain that produces serotonin, a neuron transmitter that contributes to feelings of well-being and happiness. This is the same chemical which Shivani Akka has mentioned in her presentation. Then it's about manufacturing process. So we found out about two processes. The first process is the regular routine paint process. There we are just replacing the solvent here with watered cow dung, and rest process is the same. When it comes to the second process, here it uses milk. First we break down milk into paneer, then we add sodium carbonate to get casein. Then casein is added, turpentine is added to casein, which forms the paint base. Then cow dung paste or watered cow dung is added, which forms the solvent, and then pigment granules are added, which gives the color to the paint. So yeah, when it comes to finances, 1 liter milk usually in India costs of 25 to 60 rupees depending upon its quality. Then a piece of cow dung cake now in India costs for about 7 to 10 rupees. And for the first process, except the solvent cost of binders, pigments and additives are also included. Coming to conclusion, this has a lot of pros. It improves air quality when paint is applied to the interior of the houses. It is also economically feasible as highly expensive organic compounds usage has been cut down by 90%. Then dried cow dung paste is odorless, indicating zero emission of harmful gases. Cow dung is also an insulator, like it keeps the house out of heat in summers and holds the heat during the winters. It is free from bacteria and fungi as it is dried up. It also kills bacteria and fungi if it is present in the other products, like maybe the pigment, the additives, or in the binders. It also protects us from UV rays, and it does not contain heavy metals such as mercury, lead, and arsenic, which are really hazardous to our health. It is free from VOCs, volatile organic compounds, as we mentioned before. Yeah, cost of paint is inversely proportional to the cow dung used. It also acts as coolant, and mostly we won't need ACs, which saves up 40,000 every year. It also acts as an insulator and discards the heaters in cooler regions of India. I mean, not in India. Okay. Yeah, it is the one major advantage is that it's also extra source of income for farmers, cow herds, and goshalas, and development of small-scale industries in India. The cons are for the second process when we use milk. So in India, we are the largest producers as well as the consumers of milk and its products. So that's the con of the second process. When it comes to first process, availability of cow dung for the whole year is not really possible. And if it is available also, we do not know about the consistency. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope everyone understood.
You did good, Vivikta and Tharun. Do you think we can create a web page or something about potential businesses which you all can take up? And maybe this is one of the businesses you can take up.
Yes, sir.
Again, it's all here, right? It's again all thought process, right? If we don't let that thought process happen, how can we start a business like this? So maybe one of these things is this is something we can put it on our web page or something. And one of the things we were talking as mentors is should mentors together form a group and assist students. If suppose say you have entrepreneurship projects like this one, so the entrepreneurs come together and work with students. So that's one group project which we are thinking of. And other is like some of the students want to go to US for PhD or other countries for PhD. So we are thinking the professors come together as one team and then work with students on how to make that possible. So would that be, what do you think about that? Would that be something interesting for you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this could be one of the projects which you can probably take it up in the first year and second year. So one of the alumni was saying, first 2 years are probably the easy years for the students. So maybe they can try out a lot of things in the first 2 years and then become extremely focused in the third and fourth year. So this is a project, this cow dung paint project, maybe can be an entrepreneurship project that some of you can take it up. How much? It's not even expensive. So you can even do one thing. You don't even have. You can take the money and then get the product also. You just have to make sure that the people have access to it, right? It can be a web page. And since we have our own website, we can create a web page there and put a credit card system there. And so, if someone says, hey, I'm interested in it, you can say, just go to our web page and it will tell you how to get the paint to your location. So we could even put something like that. So we could just put it on our web page and then others can what do you call it? You can sell it, or you can provide information there. Even if you don't want to sell it, you can say, you know what, this is the information for that web, for that cow dung paint.
I guess, sir, we need to do the marketing part more. People will buy, if they want to buy, people will buy from anywhere. We need to do the marketing part only.
Right. And that's why I said, if you have the web page, you can do the marketing through the web page. You can tell them, hey, go to this web page.
Yeah.
Because how many people can you go on talking about cow dung paint? But,
yes, sir.
Instead you give them a link saying, hey, look at this web page, and this is what our research paper is, and check it out. So it might be simpler to market.
Yes, sir. Also, I guess we can talk to Asian Paints also. My father told he has some connections there. So if we want, we can only manufacture the paint.
Yeah, but Asian Paints probably doesn't want to manufacture this paint, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Because they're, how is that going to help them?
Yeah.
So they are having a huge profit margin on something. And now they have to give up that to get this. So maybe there is a possibility. Okay. Actually, let us do this. Why don't you all think about it, put together a team, and then we can go to our mentors and propose to them saying, what is the best way to do this? So this way you really can have fun with it. And we have some really, really, powerful mentors who understand the systems very well. And it will be, whether you do it or not, just presenting would be a great thing, right? And thinking about it as a entrepreneurship project, or as a project would be good. And again, that will also look good. Saying that you put a proposal for starting a business, again looks really good on your resume. And again, if you're planning to go to US or anything, they'll be like, wow, this boy, this girl tried to do something new. So again, that will look really good. Whether it works out as a business or not, doesn't matter. That you tried and you presented will make it look good.
Yes.
Sir, one more thing, sir. Registration complete అవుతున్నాయి అనుకోండి. ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్స్ ఎంత స్పీడ్ ఉంటే అంత బెస్ట్ అనిపిస్తుంది.
So I guess you need to get started, Tharun. So get it done in one day.
Yes, sir.
Figure out the registration, figure out all the registration process, and see whether you can put together a proposal for the mentors to look at in one day.
Okay, sir. Right? We will see.
Right now, I'm just joking. But I think it's possible to do it in one day. I don't see why it's not. Again, you have nothing to lose, You just put together a proposal and you just present it. What's the worst thing they'll say? Oh, there is more information needed. That's all, right?
But there's no source, particular source about its production process, manufacturing process, I mean. We are lagging on that. And there's also a thing that some doctor or some researcher from Jaipur has found out this product. But then this project has already been done by VIT Pune. And the second process which I showed was VIT Pune's process. Well, I know it's not economically feasible, but then there's no resource for the correct procedure. This is what I have guessed for the first procedure which I've shown. Yeah.
So you're saying,
sir, Muhammad Isha Khan, one famous scientist, sir, and he proved a Vedic paint how to do, and Vedic paint also proposed to do is same experiment in Kumara.
Srinivas Kasinath Garu sent you some information, right? And he said there is a workshop that's going to happen and it's going to cost 5,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Why can't you register and see what the details are? And in fact, Srinivas Kasanath Garu said he's going to fund that project also.
Yeah, I read that message. He's going to sponsor if 5 entrepreneurs are ready to.
Yeah, so get 5 of you there, go and do it and present it. It will look good on your resume. It's free. What more? You are just becoming more friends.
Yes, sir.
Vivikta had a question. Yeah. Adi చెప్పారు కదా, like only some cow dungs are useful to make these paints అన్నట్టు any specific like దానిపైన రీసెర్చ్ చేశారేమో?
లేదు, దానిపైన ఏం దొరకలేదు.
ఓకే.
క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎంత మంచిగా ఉంటే అంత బెస్ట్ పెయింట్ ఇస్తుంది దీప్తి.
ఐ గెస్ మనకి పర్సనల్ ప్రాక్టికల్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంటే దానిపైన మనం చెప్పగలుగుతాం. అప్పుడు అది కన్సిస్టెన్సీ కూడా డిఫర్ అవుతుందని ఇది నాకు తెలియలేదు. మా నాన్న ఒకరితో మాట్లాడిపిస్తే దే టోల్డ్ మీ ఇట్లా కన్సిస్టెన్సీ కూడా డిఫర్ అవ్వచ్చు కదా అని.
నేను దీని గురించి ఆలోచించిన తర్వాత బయోగ్యాస్ అని ఒకటి, అంటే డంగ్ తోనే చేస్తారు, దాన్ని ఎక్కువ ఎందుకు వాడట్లేదు అని అర్థమైంది నాకు. ఎందుకంటే ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ కౌ డంగ్, బఫెలో డంగ్స్ వల్ల ఆ బయోగ్యాస్ కూడా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ కావట్లేదు. నేనేమనుకుంటున్నానంటే నాకు ఒక ఐడియా వచ్చింది. ఒక 10 ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్స్ కనుక కలిస్తే ఒక 10 విలేజెస్ ని పట్టుకొని ఒక బయోగ్యాస్ ఒక ఫ్యాక్టరీ లాంటి ఒక దగ్గర ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసి కౌడంగ్ చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్న కౌడంగ్ మొత్తం వీక్లీ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు విలేజెస్ కూడా తక్కువ రేట్లో బయోగ్యాస్ ఇయ్యొచ్చని నాకు అనిపించింది. అప్పుడు ఈ వేదిక్ పెయింట్ లాగా
ఆల్సో ఈ పెయింట్ ఉండటానికి ఫ్రెష్ కౌడంగ్ ఉండాలి, డ్రై అయిపోయింది ఉండకూడదు. 1 డే లేట్ అయినా అది యూజ్ అవ్వదు. అంటే యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు మనం, కానీ అంత ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఉండదు. అది
లిక్విడ్ ఉండదు అందులో.
అంటే ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఏమంటారు, మెడిసినల్ వాల్యూసా ఆర్ వాట్?
మెడిసినల్ వాల్యూస్ అని కాదు, దాంట్లో ఉన్న వాటర్ ఎగిరిపోతుంది కదా ఎండకి ఆరిపోయి. ఎండకనే కాదు, మామూలుగా కూడా.
అంటే ఏదైనా స్పెసిఫిక్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉండాలి ఫర్ దాట్ అన్నట్టుందా? లైక్ ఐ గెస్ దట్ వాజ్ ద క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రమ్ దీప్తి. స్పెసిఫిక్ గా ఈ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అంటే ఈ ఉండాలి అని కావడం
అంటే లైక్ వాటరీ నేచర్ ఉండాలి. వేసిన వెంటనే ఉంటుంది చూడు ఆ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ, ఆ వాటరీ నేచర్ అవన్నీ ఉంటేనే అది యూస్ఫుల్. ఒకసారి డ్రై అయిపోయింది అనుకో, దాన్ని మళ్ళీ నీళ్ళలో కలిపి చేయొచ్చు, బట్ దెన్ అది ఆల్రెడీ డ్రై అయిపోయింది కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఆ డ్రై అయిపోయిన కౌడంగ్ మనం ప్లాంట్స్ కూడా వేస్తాం, దాంట్లో నీళ్ళు పోసినప్పుడు ఆ లంప్స్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో అవి మళ్ళీ కరిగిపోవు కదా, లంప్ లాగానే ఉంటుంది.
అంటే ఈ రీసెర్చ్ కుమారప్ప పేపర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ అని ఒకటి జైపూర్ లో ఉంది. ఆ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ వాళ్ళు చేశారు మొత్తం రీసెర్చ్. మనం జైపూర్ కనుక అంటే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఇన్ఫో అయితే కరెక్ట్ ఉంటుంది. ఇంకా అక్కడి నుంచే మొహమ్మద్ ఈషా ఖాన్ అనే సైంటిస్ట్ కూడా చెప్పారు. అతని ప్రాసెస్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ అవుతుంది ఇప్పుడు వేదిక్ పెయింట్ కి. కాకపోతే మాకు డౌట్ఫుల్ గా ఆ పేపర్ యాడ్ చేయలేకపోయాం. కాకపోతే ఆయనది కూడా యాడ్ చేస్తుంటే బాగుండేది అనిపించింది ప్రెజెంటేషన్ లో. దానివల్లే వేదిక్ పెయింట్ కూడా ఇప్పుడు లాంచ్ అయింది. ఆయన చెప్పిన ప్రొసీజరే తీసుకొని చేసేసారు ఈ ప్రాకృతిక్ పెయింట్, వేదిక్ ప్రాకృతిక్. ఇది మనకి ఇంకెక్కువ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలంటే కుమారప్ప పేపర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఇన్ జైపూర్, మనం అక్కడికి వెళ్ళటమే, అంటే అక్కడి నుంచి తెలుసుకోవడమే ఏ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలని. అక్కడే రిజిస్ట్రేషన్, ఎంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్‌షిప్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ కూడా అక్కడే జరుగుతుంది. అంటే ఎంతమంది ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటారో ఇక మనం దానికి వెళ్తే అక్కడి నుంచి మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. నాకు తెలిసి అన్ని కంప్లీట్ అయ్యాయేమో అనిపిస్తుంది. అంటే ఫిబ్రవరిలో 275 రిజిస్ట్రేషన్స్ కంప్లీట్ అయ్యాయని వచ్చింది రిపోర్ట్. ఇప్పటికల్లా మేబీ స్పీడప్ అయితే చేయొచ్చు.
Do you have any other questions? Any other final comments? Nikhil Anna.
It was really took us into some different world of gratitude world, and it was wonderful as she does always. And Vivikta, Tharun, and a new idea and the way you approach, and it is not that easy to get to know information, specifically the latestly done technologies like this. They won't put information as easy as the other information, and also they don't do much marketing about that. Like you really did very well, and also the paper which I saw, you completely made it very professional too, and the way you written everything with the headings and all, really interesting, and looking forward to see you implement it or explore more about it and add your friends to it and do some good information on further work. All of it. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Nikhil Anna, any final comments? Done with it. I extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone. Thank you, Shivani Akka, for inspiring us for being grateful. Thank you, Vivikta and Tharun. We extend our best wishes to you to move forward in the process. And thank you, Shravan sir, for encouraging all of us to do all these things. Thank you, everyone.